This. File, new, project. Okay, Crashlytics example, crash example 1. And so now I'm going to go here, here, button. Actually, Jesus Christ. With 75. No, once 120. Okay. And this button, it should say working correctly. Jesus, this is not long enough. 200, working correctly. Okay. And this should be 10. This can be that one. And this button should see crash app. So this button will return a value, and this one will crash the app. Okay, so now that we have both of these, let's go ahead and let's create a actually I'm going to go ahead and go source control. I'm going to commit this. Okay, added buttons. So I can save these changes, and now what I'm going to do is okay, and create an action for both of these. Okay. I like to have the type of UI button. Okay. Correct. The in pressed. Okay. And crash button pressed. Yes. Correct button pressed, crash button pressed. Okay. And you guys, one thing I'm gonna go over debugging. That's gonna be another there's gonna be another module I'm gonna do, but just to give you guys an idea, you want to make sure certain functionality works, and sometimes you don't want to spend so much time writing print statements and stuff. Sometimes you do, just for your own mental health, right? I know I do. But taking a long time for this thing to build, right? There we go. And when I hit this, it should cause a stop, right? There, that's where it stopped, right? So you know that this button is actually working, because when I hit the button, it breaks here where I set the breakpoint, right? That means that it's going. This is the order of operations that it's doing. Now, if you want to get past this right here, hit the play button. That's how you get past that. Same thing with Crash App. right? The crash button pressed. That means it's working. We get past that. Okay, let's mute these. We don't want to use them anymore. Um, so we have this, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do this. We're gonna say let array equal this. This is an array of integer, right? 112. Let's make an array of string. Okay. I am working, right? The application crashed. Okay. All right. So on this one, we're going to say array dot 0. We're going to print to the console. Console, and then we're going to print to the console here. Array, get the second 1. Okay. So now let's do this. I am working. The application crashed, right? Now, that works perfectly well. However, if you do this, this is out of range. That means it really will crash. So I have to rebuild so that we can have it working with the changes. And it crashed, right? Now, here's the thing. Let's go back. Now, in order for Crashlytics to work, you don't crash it here. What happens is you have to go home, right? So I'm going to say device. Okay. We're here, right? So we know we have a build. Let me even stop it. Crash example, and this should do this. Yes. We have a legit crash. Right? The next one, though, it should crash. Okay, so it unexpectedly quit. Why? Because when you have an out of range array, that is a fatal error. That's what that means. Okay, so now that we have that, our app is complete and we understand how we're going to make it crash. We're going to build it. We're going to send this back home. We're going to come from the desktop and activate it from there and get it to do what we want it to do, which is crash. So the next thing we have to do is go ahead and set up Crashlytics, right? So you guys follow along closely because this is not easy. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that in the next video, okay? So on to the next.